I really do recommend you trying it, especially if you come to Korea during the winter. Hey everyone, welcome back to Jung's Table. Now today I have Gwamegi. It's a very special Korea's winter delicacy, and you can really have its proper taste only in the coldest months of the winter. And now when you look at it, it looks very weird, and let me show you. It's like all very browny, and even the smell is very fishy and oily. And it's like a little brown, almost as if it's like gone wrong, but that's because it's made out of repeatedly freezing and thawing fishes like the Pacific Sari or the herring. And they are both like similar to mackerel. It's very oily and has that blue skin at the back. And when you do this process, like the freezing and thawing over and over again, it dries it out and gives this like chewy texture. And it, I think, maximizes that like the umami flavor of the mackerel. And you know how they are so oily and fishy? Even when you eat the sushi, some people like it, some people don't. And this, I think, is bringing that flavor to a max point. And even in Korea, some people don't really like it because it's like too raw and fishy. And that's why we pair it with some like ingredients like the garlic or the 마늘종. I don't know how you say it in English, but I guess it's like the leaves of the garlic, but I'm not sure. But this is also spicy, and the 청양고추, the 청양 pepper, to kind of even out that fishiness. So first, I'll just show you how to eat it the most classic way. You grab a piece of seaweed or dried out seaweed like I have today, and you put a piece of either garlic or pepper or that garlic leaf. And then since this is a huge chunk of the pepper, I'll just break it up a bit so it's not like spicy to kill me. And just put it all in that seaweed wrap, and honestly, this is a food you should use your hands with. Anyway, and then you wrap it in chojang. It's a sweet sauce. A lot of Koreans pair it with raw fish like sushi. Wow, this is spicier than the other regular 청양고추s. I think this is particularly very spicy. But anyway, these kind of spices kind of kill the fishiness, and it's so spicy I'm losing my words. So yeah, these kind of spicy ingredients kind of ease out the fishiness and then makes you enjoy that little bit of fishy left over, and really enjoy that oiliness from the fish. And even when you look at it, like it's so oily, it's like shines and reflecting the light. And the smell, I feel like if you go to like that seafood market where they like literally have all kind of fish and kill it like at that place and serve it to you fresh, I think it kind of reminds me of those kind of like seafood market smells. I mean, I really like the Gwamegi, so I just sometimes just eat it alone without like making the sam. And because of this fishy flavor, it's a perfect pairing with the soju, because soju is like really bitter and just the alcohol itself, and it kind of makes a good balance with that oily fish and the bitter alcohol. And because of this fish and oily taste, it goes perfectly well with the Korean soju. And honestly, I feel like it's my first time having Gwamegi without the soju. And it's because that alcohol strong flavor really pairs well and kind of kills that fishiness and oiliness. And also that oil kind of like makes you feel like it's like coating up your throat, so like your alcohol just gets in better. Now this Gwamegi is a very local specialty of a city called Pohang, and I mentioned about Pohang in the earlier episode with the 물회. Pohang is a really big city with the fish industry, and because of that, they were trying to come up with a way to preserve all the fish over the winter and make use out of the leftover fish. And that's how Gwamegi was made, just for the long preservation. And because of that, it was also easily used to carry around for a quick snack or quick meal. And while doing the research, there was also something really funny that I found. In Korea, there is a very famous general called Lee Sun-shin, and he's known for his fight with the Japanese, where he fought against like 130 boats with his only 12 boats, and he won the victory. And during that battle, it was written in the historical record that he used Gwamegi to feed the soldiers on ship because it's long preserving and it's very quick and easy to eat. So I guess with all those kind of stories, Gwamegi is like a perfect dish that represents like the sea itself, not just because of the ingredients, the fish, like the smell, the taste, and like that historical record. And even the fact that we eat it with the seaweed also goes well with that, like the sea vibe. And even when you have a bite of it, like it feels like the full ocean just getting into your mouth. Now, if you feel like the seaweed and the Gwamegi combination is like too much for you, too much like ocean and too much seafood going on, there's another combination where you eat it with the Napa cabbage because it's more fresh and it has that natural sweet flavor to it. This also pairs well with the Gwamegi because, I don't know, I feel like the texture-wise, it's more hard and this is more like soft and chewy. So that is a different combination, the texture-wise as well. And I really like adding my pepper inside, but this one is too spicy. But this one is kind of scary because it's like too spicy. I feel like the Napa cabbage, in addition to like being sweet, it's like very fresh and earthy vibe. So I think if you're first timer trying Gwamegi, instead of going right at the kim or the fresh seaweed, Napa cabbage might be your choice because it's like a lot more fresh and that sweet flavor kind of lessens out that fish and umami rich oiliness. Now, if you visit Korea and try out this Gwamegi, I strongly recommend you soju. Even I'm more like a somek kind of guy, the soju mixed with 맥주, the beer. I feel like that's more for like a clean taste, and even the food that pairs with it aren't like so strong, I think. But for this kind of like oily foods like this, and even what else do I see? Just, I think fish in general pairs better with soju because of that clean feeling you get after taking a shot. And that oil from the fish kind of like, as I said, kind of gives you a nice thin coat to your throat, I think. If I didn't hurt my hand, I think I would have also enjoyed it with a glass of soju, but I'll leave that joy to you when you try. Now, this is one way of eating Gwamegi. It's the most classic and common, but there are a few other variations. One of them is muchim. Muchim is when you mix up like the veggies and add the sauce and mix them all together. It's like a salad, but with a lot of dressing. And that's more for like a banchan where you can eat it with rice. You can also slightly grill it, or when you grill it, you can also coat it with a thin layer of gochujang and then grill it. And that's also pairs well with rice. Not most common, but like most easiest way to enjoy it in a different way is just to simply put it in a ramen, and your ramen will start feeling like that rich seafood vibe. And honestly, I also tried the Gwamegi ramen and it wasn't really that bad. I think if you have like so much Gwamegi left over and then don't know what to do with the next day, so easiest and the best way to get rid of your leftovers. And alright, that was it for Gwamegi today. It's a perfect snack, even the snack that Navis enjoyed, and I really do recommend you trying it, especially if you come to Korea during the winter. And if you like today's episode, don't forget to like and subscribe and wait for the next one. Thank you!